What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel with another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the specific build that I'm using for Lucia. You guys know that I have been maining Lucia. I use her on solo play, I use her on co-op play. I'm having a lot of fun with this character. I know she's not the greatest character out there currently with the roster of 9 that we have. However, she can still clear content, and I honestly really enjoy using her. I love playing with her in co-op, and I'm pretty sure those that see a Lucia in co-op, they're like, oh, it's a Lucia, because you see a lot of Cloud and Aerith and Tifa even. So I've been having a lot of fun with her, and I want to share you guys the build that I've been using so far with the most success with Lucia. So we're going to go ahead and jump into party right here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I've built my Lucia. So this is her right here. Currently I have her at 50,000 power. You can see her stats right there. She has a lot of HP because, funny enough, 3 of her weapons have HP on the reinforcement ability 1. So I'm not sure if this character was supposed to be a tank again. I don't know, but she has a lot of HP depending on the weapon setups that you use. And then the gear that I have equipped on her, in terms of her battle gear, I went with her Black Stealth. I mean, it's arguably her best one, because if we go with the free-to-play one that you can unlock from the story, it gives her slightly less attack, a little bit more magic, and a little bit more physical defense, but I want to use her as primarily a physical damage dealer. And then after, I mean, unless you really want to use this one, I wouldn't use this one personally. If you don't have access to this one, you can opt to go with the one that you get for free just through the story. But right now, because I chose this with a voucher, this is what I have equipped on her currently. So we're going to go back to list. Now, the limit break I went with is Cerulean Raven. It doesn't have a higher modifier than Queen Shot. However, it does have access to 2 debuffs, which are physical attack down and magic attack down. This can come in handy so much, especially when you see an enemy about to use either a big attack or one of their sub attacks, and you could just pop this if you know that you probably might not be able to take that full damage head on. And it's been such a lifesaver for me to be able to use this. And as you can see right there, the potency on the debuff is high. I mean, I have this at level 6 because I have all of her stat streams unlocked currently at level 50. But this is a really, really good option. Now, if you want just a damage dealing option, you can go with Queen Shot. It does have 2,000 damage modifier compared to Cerulean Raven. But personally, I want more utility, and I'm gonna go with Cerulean Raven. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the juicy part, which is the gear that I chose for her. So the way that I like to play Lucia, I want to give her access to elements, and I want to give her access to break all of the sigils, at least most of them. There's 4, but right now we don't really have any gear for, what was it, the diamond sigil. So I have her equipped with the X sigil, the circle sigil, and the triangle sigil. So that way, if the boss is carrying one of those sigils, your Lucia is going to be able to deal with that. So that's the way that I have her built. And the 2 weapons that I chose on her main hand, I went with Pulse Gun, excuse me. So Pulse Gun gives her the wind element. It is going to be her only magical attack setup for this particular build that I have. You can opt to go for a magical build, and I'll show you why. But I went with this one because it gives her AoE, and it also gives her a little bit more damage on both her magic and physical attack with the R1. And then it gives her boost wind potency, which you're going to want that, especially because this is a wind-based weapon. And as you can see with the support materia, she has 2 of the ability damage plus 10%, so you could be pretty flexible if you want to throw on, like, for example, Ruin or Ruinra instead of the physical versions of them. You could do that on slots 1 and 2, and you could probably actually do it on 3. But it depends on how you want to build her. I like using her physical side, so I'm gonna primarily go with that. But there's a lot of flexibility that you could use with this particular weapon on the main hand. And then on her secondary hand, I went with Serpent Eater. Reason being is I want to give her access to another element. She gets a strong single target water damaging attack. She gets boost HP, which again, were they trying to make this character a tank? I don't get it. And then she gets boost water potency, which will improve the amount of water damage that she deals. The support materia that you'll benefit 50% from this, because remember, this is on the secondary hand. You got ability damage plus 10, so that'll be at a plus 5. And then afterwards, 2 physical attack boost plus 20. That'll be cut in half because this is on her secondary hand. This is the reason why I'm running primarily Ruinra Blow or Ruin Blow, because of the support materia that is also available on her secondary weapon, which I chose the Serpent Eater. So that's the reason why I went the physical route. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at her materia. Remember, with the materia, the support materia will only glow if you have something that matches with it. So that's why I went with the full physical build. So on this one, I went with the triangle. You could also go with X here. It doesn't really matter. Yes, I know my substats are trash. I'm working on fine-tuning this, but I just want to show you what I've been using so far. Right over here, I am using Ruin Weblo with the X sigil, so that way she has access to the X sigil. And then finally, this one is important because this support materia from the pulse gun improves the amount of circle sigils broken. You want to definitely give her Ruin Weblo with the circle sigil, so that way she's if the enemy has circle, she's going to be breaking that thing like crazy. She's going to shred it apart. Now, in terms of the sub-equipment, I just went purely based on the amount of attack that she can get. I wanted to stack as much physical attack, so I went with Mad Minute. This Mad Minute, right over here, boosts physical attack potency, and then she gets more HP, making her more tanky, and then you got the stats right there. I'm thinking of potentially swapping this out for Barn Swallow in the future, if I can get Barn Swallow higher, because that one has a really high attack modifier, and I think Black Rifle does too. And there's probably other weapons from the other characters that I could utilize, but for now, this is the best that I have on hand in terms of solo play. Now, I also gave her, oh, here it is, Black Rifle. So I have Black Rifle for her, boost her physical attack, boost her crit potency. And then afterwards, I gave her Barrett's Heavy Hauser, which boosts both her magic and her physical side. Again, I'm gonna fine-tune this later on because I want to primarily focus on her physical damage, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But for now, this is what I'm running in terms of the gear that I have leveled up. So that is my Lucia build. Now, if you're going to be running Lucia with this particular build, she's not your primary damage dealer. Let's just get that out, straight out there. She's not. Even though I know she has the highest power right now with my 3 characters, she is not going to be your primarily damage dealer. So you want to run a primary damage dealer. I chose Cloud because I pulled for Murasame and I got more copies from the new banner, oddly enough, when I wishlisted over the banner that just left, which was really weird. But I'm running Cloud as the primary damage dealer. I will fix his materia. For those of you that are watching, you're like, oh my god, his materia, it's making me cringe. I get it. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. And then you're going to definitely want to run a support. Everyone's running Aerith. I'm running Aerith. You want somebody that could also physical defense break. Especially, you want your team to deal more damage, and since my Lucia is focused on physical damage, and so is my Cloud, I'm running the brand new weapon, which is the Sun Umbrella, which has a physical and magic defense break. And then, I mean, if you're gonna run Aerith, you want Fairy Tail. You just want Fairy Tail, unless you want Cloud as your healer. But you're gonna definitely want some sort of healing, and I run Fairy Tail, and I definitely want to run Healing Wind. I just like having more heals, so then I don't die. Because the worst thing that could happen is you die, So that is my solo setup build for Lucia, and we're gonna get into combat in a short bit here. But I do want to show you my co-op build because it's pretty much the same thing, except my weapons that I'm using are more optimized on the sub weapons because, I mean, there's only one character, so this is what I currently have. I mean, Cloud's Murasame, physical attack right there on the R ability, you get 50% of that because this is a sub weapon. So that's why I have that there. I know the lightning is not going to do anything for her, but this is the stat stick pretty much. This is the reason why I gave it to her. And then pretty much everything else is the same as what you saw in my single player build. So we're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of combat here. I'm going to go with the Watermelon Bash EX. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go with this. One thing that I want you guys to note is that the higher your HP is, because for some reason this game likes to put a lot of value on HP in terms of battle power, so I've noticed that the higher your HP is, the more likely you get targeted, so there is some sort of a tanking mechanic. It's not always 100%, but for the most part, my Lucia gets hit a lot. It was happening a lot in co-op when I was hosting co-ops. I was like, why do I keep getting hit? And someone told me there is actually a way that the AI behaves where they primarily will target the person with the highest HP. So that's just how that works. Alright, so as you can see right here, we're pounding the Tonberry away with... Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Ooh, Cloud just... Ooh, hopefully he does not die. Okay, there we go. I want to get to the phase where we start having to like shred apart. Oh, here we go. Okay, so as long as he doesn't so the problem with this build that I've come across is there. Oh my god. Okay, that's bad because I'm always getting targeted. That's definitely not good. Okay, so hopefully we can break out of that silence, because what happens is that because Lucia gets targeted a lot, she gets silenced. This Toneberry likes to silence physical abilities, and because I went for the physical build, unfortunately, that's what you see here. Hopefully we live, and that we don't... Okay, I'm gonna prepare for the worst. Maybe this wasn't the greatest showcase of this particular one, but I'm gonna host another... I'm gonna host a co-op, and let's see if we can get into a co-op game. Okay, there we go. Can we catch up? I don't think we can. I actually think we might die. Because she gets targeted so often. Because of her HP. Oh, actually, wait! We might actually... There we go! Okay, just in the nick of time. Okay, we made it. We made it. Okay, this run was saved. Okay, there we go. Awesome. But as you can see, that's pretty much how she works with the build that I have. She focuses on breaking all the 3 different types of sigils except for Diamond. She also has access to elements, which gives her a lot of flexibility. So this is the reason why I like using this build for her. Let's do a co-op and see if we could make that a bit more smooth. We almost died there. I was getting really nervous at the end towards there. All right, I'm going to host a co-op, and let's see what we get. Sure, we're just going to go random here. See if anybody is playing co-op right now. If not, you guys pretty much saw how it works, how the build works. And I encourage you guys, if you are curious about this character, to try that build out if you have access to those weapons. And if you guys don't have access to one of either Serpent Eater or Pulse Gun, let me know down below, and I have some suggestions for you guys that you guys could use as like a sub. I bet you these clouds are like, whoa, it's a Lucia. I'm sorry, I'm just really proud of the fact that I'm one of the very few that like uses Lucia. I have yet to talk to anybody in the community that mains her, but if one of you guys that watches my videos mains Lucia, let me know, cause I want to know who you are, cause Lucia mains, you gotta unite. And I was telling people that if they release Jessie and Elena as playable characters in this game, they're gonna go alongside Lucia. That's gonna be my team right there. That's gonna be my team. All right, so we're gonna let this play out. Let's see what happens here. So she will primarily be using Hydro Shot because that's a single target skill and it's her highest damaging skill. I really hope these clouds are running heals and they're not relying on me for heals, because... Okay. Ooh, he has a physical attack up. That's not good. Wish I had access to Cerulean Raven. Oh, did that cloud just die? Okay, no. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Okay, looks like we have a cloud that has heals, which is good. That Hydro Shot does a pretty decent amount of damage. It's not bad. All right, here we go. Please do not silence me. Although I bet you I'm going to get silenced. Oh, come on. All right, well, I'm going to pop this because we can mitigate some of the damage that he's going to do. I probably should have used it on the second time that this boss uses it, but that's fine. That's a lot of damage. See, 7,100 on a more utility-based limit break. That's not bad. Okay, who is this thing gonna target? It's gonna be me. Of course. But do you see that mitigation help? That mitigation help. It did like only 500 damage. That mitigation helped. Unfortunately, her Eroga is not gonna be her hardest hitting skill. Definitely it's not gonna be her hardest hitting skill. Because it's her only magic option. Okay, well these clouds have to pop their cross slashes. That's fine. This boss is almost dead anyway, so... Oh, here we go. Am I gonna get smacked again? Is it gonna be me? It's gonna be me, of course. Okay, we gotta focus on really breaking those sigils. I'm getting a little nervous now. So come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Nice. Just in time. Perfect. Whew. All right. Well, that's gonna be the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my showcase of the way that I build Lucia and how she performs in combat. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think. Let me know if you're a Lucia main. I'd love to meet more Lucia mains that play this game. Thank you again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and stay blessed, everybody.